Hi, welcome back. It's G-Man, My World 67. Well, what you're looking at is trains running on my layout. I actually finally got almost all the track problems solved. I got in my feeder wires and the slowdowns I was having, I'm not having anymore. In those areas, I have developed a little slowdown right here now on the main line of this curve, and then it slows down when it gets over by the station, which I don't mind so much, but it slows down now over in this corner. Where I was having a problem was up in the tunnel, down in that corner. And I was having a problem over on this lane of traffic, on this north end. And what I think is going on right now is I've been running my transformers for, that transformer for a little while, and that transformer is almost, or is, about 80 years old. Pretty close. And so I think that transformer is beginning to, when it gets warm, I think it's beginning to break down a little bit. But as you can see, they're both still running fairly well with plenty of power. That Santa Fe is pulling two extra long passenger coaches. And as I say, the Southern slows down when it gets over in that far corner over there. I've been working on the layout, straightening up, starting to set the buildings back up, trying to rearrange them, figure out exactly how I'm going to want it so I can get my streets in and start my some of my little landscaping again. Got a big mess. It's going to take some time, but if I can get time to work on it, and I should have the time now since we still got this virus thing going on. And since the substitute job that I had I've been doing since I retired, I never really quit working. But that ended, of course, abruptly with the COVID-19 or Corona-19, and so no school, no work, and unfortunately no pay. Some of the other drivers are getting paid, but I'm not. So anyway, we thank God for what we have, and we thank God for Him watching over and keeping everyone else during this pandemic. And even though it's been a great loss, and there'll still, unfortunately, be more. We're praying that people will use some good common sense, continue doing what needs to be done until we actually get a virus serum or vaccine. And hope for the best. Well, I just wanted to let you see those while I was out here working today. This is at 8310 that I did the last video on. And I've been working on it. I've actually got it all fixed and up and going, had it all together, and then I decided to take it back apart and put a light in it, as there was no light in it. Of course, it had the slot for the reverse unit up here, and I wanted, of course, to take that, get rid of that slot. So I filled that in with plumber's putty, or kind of a epoxy steel. And I'm just waiting for that to dry. Now ordinarily this would be dried, or have really started drying in like 3 or 4 hours, but it's still pretty moist, and that's the reason why I haven't been using it that much recent, is because it's not drying as fast as it should. Maybe that's because of cold, I don't know. But it's plenty moist, and so we're going to let it dry overnight and see how it turns out tomorrow. Now I could put it in the oven and speed it up a little bit, but that kind of destroys some of the integrity of the die cast, and also would probably cause the putty to shrink or to dry too fast and crack. And so that would be defeating the purpose. But I've got the light on the chassis, and I'll show you what I did with that. We're going to turn the trains off and go to my desk, go back into my desk. Take a look at what I've done. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we are. This is a motor out of that 8310, and as I had showed you the other night, I had removed the reverse unit, and that is where I set the light. And what I did with the light was I took this blue wire, added it to the light fixture, and then attached it to one of the field wires, or the wires that go uh, actually comes off the roller and goes over here. And then I took it, I just grounded it to the frame. And that's soldered. I can't show you, I was going to show you a test run on the track, but I can't show you tonight the test run on the track because, as I said, my wife is in the den where my desk is, and she's watching television and working on some stuff herself on her computer. So, ordinarily she would be doing that in here, but I guess she wanted to watch TV tonight. So, anyway, I brought this in here just so that you could see what I've been doing. Got it all fixed up. It's running great. I took, and as I said, I took that bracket and I drilled a hole through it, and I mounted it to the back side of the motor, and it works great. Actually, it's probably better than Lionel had intended it to be, because it was a prong that came off on this top side of this bar, and this bracket, and the prongs went in, one on each side of the mount. And the mount, of course, has a screw hole in the center of it. I didn't have to drill it out, it was already drilled. And so I took a self-tapping screw, and even though it had threads in it, this is more aggressive thread, and it's a little bigger screw, and it has the big flange around it, so I didn't have to use a washer. And it is solid, it's tight, and it works. When I mount it up, it sets it at a perfect height for the engine and the chassis. I thought the light was going to be a little too low when I first mounted it, but it worked out great. Now, as you can see, in this area, there was no support for this, so I used this wire, as I said, for the ground, and that supported the bulb. And then the weight of the bulb on this heavier wire, this blue wire, supported the bulb in that area. And so, since it was actually connected to the frame here, I went ahead and took some hot glue and hot glued it in place right there. Worked out perfectly. This thing is solid. I mean, it's solid. And it made a nice mount for it. And the light works, as you'll see later on when I do another video. All right. As I said, the 8310 is now a 531. And as far as the motor is concerned, it is all together. It's running. It's done. We've got the light on it. The shell is drying out. As soon as the shell dries, I'm going to sand that down and get that ready to paint. Now, I wasn't going to, I had mentioned painting that shell, and I thought I was going to paint it, but I might not. But if I do, which I still may, I'm very indecisive about it. Uh, it's going to be, I believe, it's going to be something really different. And my wife and I have our own railroad colors, and I think I'm going to start doing some of the engines in railroad colors. And this is going out to Kent Poole. Hey, Kent, if you're listening and you're watching this, one of the engines that you had sent me, well, two of them actually, um, have that same color scheme on it. I think you began to do something similar to what we have in mind. So, uh, on the two of the ones that you had. Okay. Anyway, that's all I have for now. I've actually done this a little longer than I meant to. Everyone have a blessed evening. And if you enjoy your trains as much as I enjoy sharing my trains and working and playing with, working with my trains as you do, as I do, I'm sorry, then you should be having happy rails. Bye for now.